will also need to work at aeronautical speeds in the frozen depths of an Arctic winter or the blazing midday heat of a desert. Each of these components then is a nugget of engineering genius, a triumph of man's ingenuity over nature's inscrutable and endless ferocity. And this is what they look like when they're all brought together. And this is what they can do. I've spoken to a number of people who've driven this extraordinary Bugatti Veyron. And it doesn't matter what they've driven before. Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches, they all say the same thing. This is in a different league. This is an F-15 in a world of propellers. Let me put it this way. In a drag race, you could let a McLaren F1 get to 120 miles an hour before you set off in one of these. And you'd still beat it to 200.
Flat out, you're going 252 miles an hour. That is the cruising speed of a Hawker Hurricane. It's 370 feet, the length of a football pitch, every second. And here's the best bit. Most cars, even really fast ones, start to feel like they're just going to disintegrate when you get close to 200 miles an hour. But in the Bugatti, it all just feels so planted, so safe, just so completely unfazed by it.
Part of the reason why it goes so quickly is the engine. It was made by mating two Audi V8s together to create an 8-litre W16. And then it was garnished with 4 turbochargers, so the end result produced 1,000 brake horsepower. Now that produces a massive amount of heat, and that's why it's fitted with 10 radiators. This, then, is the ultimate in internal combustion. Sadly, however, when they put it into the car and tried it out, they found that they were 30 kilometers an hour short of the 400 kilometer an hour target that they'd set for themselves. And the problem is that for each extra 1 kilometer an hour, you need another 8 horsepower. So for another 30 kilometers an hour, you need another 240 horsepower. And where are you going to get that from? Welding another Audi V8 into the mix, adding another 16 turbos in there, it just wasn't possible. Instead, they started to play with the car's aerodynamics, altering the angle of attack slightly as the speed builds. To reach 252 miles an hour, the nose sits right down and the rear spoiler is folded away altogether. This car then is like a falcon, 1 second hunkered down and slippery for maximum attack, the next configured for high downforce agility. Even the door mirrors have been designed specifically to give downforce, to keep the front wheels on the ground.
It doesn't really feel like any other car I've ever driven this. I mean, for example, when you come out of a slow corner, you can feel the wheel tugging like there's torque steer, but it isn't really torque steer. I was talking to one of the engineers who helped build it, and he said, well, you've got to remember, only 20% of the power is going to the front wheels, but that is still 200 brake horsepower. It's not a bad feeling, it's not dangerous, it's just a foible, it's something you just get used to. What you never get used to, though, is the power and the smoothness of the gearbox. I mean,